I reminisce about the love we had. I reminisce about the love we had. Tender moments seem to go so fast. Reminisce, reminisce. I reminisce about the love we had. I reminisce about the love we had. Love so strong it will never pass.
Love Park Connection.
Hey, you guys. How you guys doing today?
Hey, you guys.
So we are back, and we're actually doing better this week.
Doing better.
Yep, we
Doing
are.
better.
We are. So today we wanted to talk to you guys about, can friends,
Mhm.
real friends, not the fake ones,
Real friends.
be the secret weapon to your relationship? And how?
Be the what?
The secret weapon.
Oh, okay. That sounded like you said sweet word.
Oh, squeak word.
Yeah. Sweet.
How they could possibly be the secret weapon to your relationship. And again, it's about having real, true friends, one who want to see your relationship succeed,
Yep.
not want to sabotage. So we all have
Yeah.
some of those friends.
Got a whole lot of those friends out there.
Right. But those aren't the ones you need to pay attention to, or those aren't the ones who need to be involved in your relationship. So, but before we get started, let us introduce ourselves. Welcome to Love Park Connection, where we talk about the pains and pleasures of life, love, and relationships. My name is Angela Parker.
And I'm Pierre Parker.
We are a husband and wife marriage and relationship coaching duo. We've been married for 28 years, together for over 30 years. And it's our goal to help Black couples communicate more, love more, and build healthy, long-term relationships and marriages.
Yep. Yeah.
That look, I see. I know. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get started, because this is the one Mr. Parker wanted to do, and I think it's a good topic, because we don't really look at, or I should say, some of us don't really look at our friends as being a way to help our relationship grow. Because you do have those friends that are trying to sabotage your relationship, and girl, we see doing it, and you might have a really good man at home or a really good woman at home, and you'll have a friend who's hating. So
big time.
So let's go ahead and get started. So along with friendships, along with having those close friends that you can confide in, this also gives you time to spend apart from your mate, because we all need that. We all need our alone time. We all need time where we hang out with other folks. And this is also really important to keep the relationship thriving, keep the relationship strong. So we have to remember that your friends can also be a sounding board, but they can also be a way for you not always up underneath your man or your woman. So we have to look at our friends as that being that part of the benefit to the relationship.
Yes.
So what are some of the values of having, your personal space, and also the psychological benefits of maintaining your individuality in your relationship? One of them is your self-esteem. When you're able to just go ahead and do your own thing, being your own person, hang out with your friends, go wine tasting like I did a couple weeks ago with my girls.
Wine tasting.
It was good.
That
was a good one. Got a good bottle of wine, and we had a great time.
And they just talked all kind of mess about me and their boyfriends and their husbands.
We did not. You will see, that's it. Y'all weren't even in the picture at that time. We weren't even talking about y'all. Anyway, but when you have that, when individuals cultivate their own interest and build their own skills, they build that confidence. And that's, that really helps in the relationship. It really helps the relationship to flourish. And this personal sense of achievement and identity then reinforces your self-worth in the relationship. Which isn't tied to just being in that relationship or tied to that person. So it does really help with self-esteem. And I can say, even for us, over the past, and we were just talking about this in the bathroom, the past couple of years, I know you've seen me grow,
Mhm.
but you've also seen me do things apart from you,
Yeah.
which has helped my growth.
Yeah. Definitely. I've seen it. I've always pushed for that.
You have, yeah, you
You
have
know,
pushed for that.
because a lot of times you would, you know, in the beginning and we've said this before, a lot of times you were with the kids and you were here and making
Right,
sure the house was cool and the kids was
right,
cool and stuff like that. And I was the one that was out doing
right,
things all the time. So, you know, I would always try to encourage you to
right.
do things. And
And
it took a
I didn't
while.
have a lot. Yeah, it did. And I didn't have a lot of friends at that time.
No.
And then once I started coming into my own and wanting to do things apart from you, that's
Mhm.
when that's when I developed my own tribe.
Yeah, exactly.
And that has also helped me because they've pushed me and said
Mhm.
certain things and,
Yeah.
give me certain ideas. Um,
Yeah. I mean, that's part of the thing with the book.
right,
You know, I was
exactly.
pushing you to write a book, but also they were pushing you, you know,
Right.
your friends and,
Yeah.
you know, they were like, girl, go on and do that.
Right. Exactly.
So, you know, that,
Even with you, they also helped, read the book and help me edit the book and gave
mhm,
me feedback.
yeah,
So that was very helpful. So again, it's having that tribe that's outside of your relationship
mhm,
that can help you grow and push you
yeah,
to do things that you'd be like, I don't want to do that.
yeah. And then, you know, on the other hand, on the other side of it is that that man or that woman,
Hmm.
the husband or the wife who's, you know, the one that's you know, if the wife is going out doing these things with him, the husband got to be like, yeah, this is cool. Do your thing.
Exactly.
Don't be like, nah, you don't need to be hanging with them and all that stuff. Nah,
Hmm.
you know, stop.
Let them do.
Let them
Yeah.
do it.
And
It ain't that they trying to be away from you all the time and nothing like that. But they need that time to be with other people, to experience stuff with their girlfriends and stuff
right.
like that.
As
Because
long like we said, as long as the people that they're hanging
yeah,
with
it's positive.
if are positive, right?
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
So,
And that goes
oh,
also for the wives with the guy friends,
yeah,
you know, because
exactly.
that happens quite a bit where the wives be like, nah, I don't want you hanging with them. Nah. And
Yeah.
when they think, and a lot of times they think just because they going out doing things, they think they doing bad stuff or their friends is a bad influence. And they might not be that at all.
Right.
They
They
might
might
be
be
just
just
playing basketball
or just the
and actually,
opposite, be
yeah,
telling you, man, you
tell
need to
you get
get your
your shit together, stop messing up, fool.
right.
You know, so I got some friends like that. Not that they need to tell me that, but I have friends that will tell me, fool, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Get yourself together. Quit tripping.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
so you need those friends in your life that's going to be able to get in your behind and say, stop acting a damn fool.
Now I know there are some folks that I've heard who say a man should not have a female friend or a woman should not have a male friend.
Mhm.
And I'm kind of torn between that because it depends on first of all, like you have a friend who you've known since
Mhm.
what how long have you known Letty since
Oh, that is since 85?
yeah what junior high no not
No, senior year.
senior year.
Yeah.
So that's one of his friends whom he doesn't talk to as much, but they were really close friends at one time
Mhm.
and still are. I mean, they're still close friends.
Mhm.
So when you have friends that have gone back even before, you were in the picture,
Yeah.
and as long as you know that they are truly just friends,
Mhm.
those can be the exceptions. Now,
Mhm.
yeah, you still gotta, you still got to talk about it. The man or the woman still needs to feel comfortable
Yeah.
with that relationship. But I don't think it's right for someone to say, well, you need to stop seeing that person or that friend
Yeah.
because whatever. If there's no evidence that anything else is going on,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's you're just as you would not want if you had a longtime friend who was a man
Mhm.
and there was nothing going on, never has, there was no feelings like that, y'all were just really good friends,
Mhm.
then your husband, your significant other should not expect you to all of a sudden, dissolve that friendship
Exactly.
because you're feeling some type of way.
Exactly.
So those are one of the things where, again, I am on the fence on that,
Mhm.
but I also understand that a man and a woman can have a friend of the opposite sex and it not be anything going on.
And sometimes actually it helps because, like I said, I have others that, if and they're some of the ones, if we get into it and I'm annoyed with her, they get in my behind.
Yeah.
And they be like, you're not going, like, if I do the silent treatment and I don't say nothing to her, my sister Nicole, she gets in my behind. Oh no, we not gonna have you doing the silent treatment to my sister. You better call her right now. Gotta hear her mouth. I got I got some that get in my behind for her, which that ain't even right. That's wrong.
So
that's cold.
Sorry, babe. So, it is good to sometimes have those female and male friends or friends of the opposite sex. So, just take that into consideration. Of course, again, it's, you got to determine what's true friends, if the true friends are just like, yeah, okay, they're friends. All right.
Mhm.
So, but, you guys have to talk about that as well.
Yeah.
Also, the benefits of one, maintaining your individuality as well as, having your friends around is by maintaining your individuality, one does not over rely on their partner. So that emotional independence that you gain from, doing your own thing, other than being all up underneath your partner, doing your own thing. This allows for a healthier emotional regulation and reduces the pressure on the relationship to be the sole source of your happiness or of the relationship of your happiness or your partner's happiness. And we talked about that in one of our other podcasts, that he is not responsible for my happiness. I have to find my own happiness and vice versa.
Yep.
So if that means me going out, hanging out with my girls, me going to have a mani-pedi or whatever you like to do by yourself. Sometimes just being alone by yourself is also can be very therapeutic. So it is not always the responsibility of Pierre to make me happy, because ultimately Pierre cannot make me happy. He can enhance my happiness, but my happiness has to come within. And sometimes that means I need to maybe just get away for a day, a weekend, even a couple of hours to find that peace. And if those couple hours include hanging out with my girls, then that's all good too.
It's all good.
Yeah.
There's times when I go get my little time when I go to the movies by myself.
Exactly. He likes it. He'll go to the movies by himself if it's something he knows I definitely don't want to see. Or sometimes even if I do want to see it, I'm like, oh, go ahead, babe.
Yeah. But I always ask her first. I'm like, babe, I'm gonna go to the movies. Do you want to see this? And then she might be like, no, I don't want to see it. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
So
and that's therapeutic for him, because he can get in there and just. And then because he also likes to go to different theaters and sneak into different movies. I'm not doing that.
Look, these movies be expensive, so I'm gonna see me about 3 movies in one day. So
I can do one movie at a time. I can't be doing 3 and 4 movies like that. No.
See, we tried. I got a story with that. One time, the first time I took her and we went to go see one movie, and then I was like, all right, come on, let's go sneak in this movie. And she was like, oh, I don't want to go. I was like, come on, they don't even care. The movie been out for a while. They ain't tripping. So we go walk in the movie, and the movie is already on. And then we walk in, and right when you walk in the one little part as you coming up to the seats, she's walking in, and then she jumps up against the wall and goes, we gonna get caught. I'm like, yes, we will get caught, because you're saying that loud that everybody in the theater just heard you. I was like, oh, let's go. So we end up leaving.
Yeah. But my mom would go with her.
Yeah.
When she was alive, she would go to sneak in the movies with him. I'm not doing
me and my
that.
mother-in-law, we sneaking in the movies.
I'm not doing it. So another benefit of maintaining your individuality is it brings on a better relationship dynamic. So individuals who maintain their identity tend to bring more to the relationship. They can offer fresh perspective and experiences, leading to more stimulation in the relationship and a deeper appreciation for each other's company. So, I mean, I mean, there's some things that he'll go out and do, and then he'll come back and like, babe, you know, such and such and such and such. I'm like, oh, okay. So there's some things that he'll do that I might not want to do, but he can, he'll come home and share that experience with me. And then that just allows me to appreciate him even more because he's learned something that I might not. I'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she won't like parasailing.
Yeah. And but it was a great experience for you. And I got to watch you and I got to, be a part of that without having to be a part of that.
Without being a part of it.
Without being a part of it. I mean, because that just, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. So
she's not going to let her feet come off the ground unless it's in the airplane.
That's exactly. So also, how does personal growth contribute to relationships and the health of the relationship? So when we both grow in the relationship, it means that we're building our own resilience and we've got more to offer because we understand ourselves better. And when you understand yourself better and your partner, it's like each new level of personal insight adds an extra cushion of understanding for the bumpy ride. So plus seeing your partner strive and evolve can be an inspiration. So I think when he grows and when I grow, we're both bringing something really valuable to the relationship because we're both teaching each other, just like we just mentioned. So I think it's really important that we, even as a couple, that we continue to do things separately, come back together and just kind of share that information, share that interest. Cause there might be something that there's a lot of things that I tell you about and talk to you about, like the books I listen to, the YouTube channels I'm listening to. So we always are sharing information that he might not listen to that I'm like, hey babe, check this out. Listen to this. But it just helps us as a couple grow.
Yeah. It does. And you may go and experience stuff with your friends,
right?
Like, wine. I don't drink wine, but going out that way, and you might be like, "Hey, we went to this restaurant."
We did, yeah.
You did that before, yeah. You guys went to a restaurant. You was like, "Babe, we went to such and such restaurant. I want to take you to this restaurant."
Exactly.
When we went to the one. What was that? Was it Livermore or somewhere?
Yeah. Oya.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah. So it's a couple of them.
Restaurant, I think.
Yeah. So they go to different. They go to different little restaurants when they go on a little woman trip thing, hanging out day, and she a lot of times come back and go, "We got to go to this restaurant." So the experiences that she's getting with her friends, she's bringing it back and allowing me to share, and then taking me to the places that they went.
Yeah.
So this is really cool.
Yeah. So what do you think, baby, are some of the signs that you need more personal time, more time with friends, more time by yourself? What would be some of the, in our experiences, what are some of the signs?
When I'm feeling overwhelmed by you just going, baby, 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 baby.
I don't do that shit.
Baby.
He's
baby,
lying.
you just talking, just
I
blah,
do
blah,
do.
blah, 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 blah. And then I be like, I need a personal day.
But that's funny because he's the one that talks. I mean, when it comes to talking, yes, I do talk to him a lot.
Yeah, she talks to me a lot.
But
most people think she's really quiet, but I try to tell them, no, it's not. She's not. But anyway,
lies. Anyway, so okay, yes, the constant irritability.
Yeah.
So if you're getting annoyed by the small things, that your partner does, which wouldn't normally bother you, you might need a personal day. You might need, hey girl, hey man, let's go. Yeah. I don't care. Let's just go for a walk. I just need to get out the house. loss of interest in shared activities. So if you and your partner, you just like, I don't want to do that with you no more. I'm tired. I don't want to go. I don't know. No, I don't want to go to movies. No, I don't want to go take a drive. You might need a personal day. You might need to call your partner.
A couple personal days.
Oh, we have personal week.
Personal week.
You're feeling drained after an interaction. So if you're constantly feeling emotionally or mentally drained after spending time with your partner, you might need a personal day. You might need some time alone.
Yep.
If you're neglecting your own personal hobbies or your own goals to satisfy your partner because your partner always wants to be around, that's when you really need to take some time and say, hey, babe, I need a personal day. I need to get away.
Yeah.
And hopefully, and on the other side, hopefully when you tell your partner that.
I was just getting ready to say this. No, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead, baby.
Yeah, I was going to say, and if your partner comes to you and say, I need some time, or I need a personal day, I needed this, you need to be able to understand that and say, okay, no problem. Go ahead and do what you got to do.
Exactly.
Because they're trying to release the steam valve to let that steam out, let it seep out, so that it just don't explode.
Right.
So you got to be able to understand the signs and understand the language of keeping this explosion from happening.
Yes, exactly. And there needs to also be balance in your dependency. So having a close group of friends allows you to distribute your emotional needs among more people instead of just it being all on your partner. This can prevent, the over-reliance on your romantic partner. So distributing that emotional need is a healthier dynamic where a partner is not the sole source of your comfort.
Yeah.
And again, or your happiness.
Yeah. Sometimes you might get with some of your friends and you get out there and you guys start talking about the things that's annoying you in their relationships and all of that stuff. And you might realize that, damn, mine ain't that bad.
Or it's a common thing.
Or it's a common thing. Yeah.
Because sometimes I think in our relationship, we want to think or we feel this only happened in my relationship, but you start talking to your friends and you realize, hey, this is common. So what we're going through is not so different. Yeah. But I also want to say that when you are talking to your friends about your partner, you have to be real careful. It's also like talking to your family about crap that's going on in your relationship.
Yeah.
When the shit hits the fan in your relationship, you still don't want to tell folks everything, all the problems that are going on. Because remember, when y'all kiss and make up, that don't mean the family or your friends are going to be as forgiving.
Yeah.
So you do have to, we all need somebody to talk to, but you have to be real careful on how much you say. Yeah. If you can trust that person and that person can see past just your feelings and see the whole picture of what's going on in the relationship, and they can then, after you guys kiss and make up, they can be cool again with your partner, then that's fine. But everybody don't need to know everything. And first and foremost, if you're trying to build that relationship with your partner and you're trying to make strengthen the relationship and you have the relationship grow, then the first person you need to talk to is your partner. And I know sometimes you do need to vent. You do need to talk to someone other than your partner. Yeah. But in order to keep that solid foundation, you really need to make sure that you are communicating effectively with your partner. Yeah. And then, and then go from there. Yeah. But be real careful who you telling all your business to, because then if you're telling it to the friends that are not, who really want to see your relationship succeed, then that's going to cause more problems. So,
because there's some friends out there that don't want your relationship to succeed. Right. Some friends out there that might want your man or your woman.
Right. Exactly.
Like, man, she ain't shit, man. Man, you need to just go on and leave her, man. What's her number?
Right. Oh, Lord. So it's also important to cultivate and maintain friendships outside the relationship. Like we've talked about, you need to nurture your existing friendships. Don't put your friends on the back burner to appease your partner.
Yeah.
Your partner needs to understand if you have a friend that you've been close friends with for years,
Yeah.
or you're trying to develop new friendships, then your partner needs to understand that.
Yeah.
Of course, within reason. Again, we always going to reiterate, as long as it's the right people that you're hanging out with.
Yeah.
And encourage your partner to make new friends.
Yeah.
It doesn't always have to be the same people that they've been hanging out for the past, 20 years. Make new friends. You never know.
Yeah.
That might, making new friends. You got these, what's the word I'm looking for when you go out and you have a business and you start networking. You never know who you're going to network with. This might be your brand new friend, and they have, you guys networking.
Next thing they helping you with your business,
right,
or
with anything, right? So encourage each other to make new friends,
Mm-hmm.
and you need to balance your time between your partner and your friends.
Yeah.
If you find out you spend more time with your friends than your partner, then there's a problem. You guys need to talk about it and work it out. And if your partner comes to you and says, you've been spending the last 3 nights, you've been at your friend's house, then there needs to be a conversation, and you need to be willing to listen and with an open mind and an open heart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So have those consistent check-ins with your friends. Go to brunch. I have a group of lady friends that I used to work with, and we try and do a monthly lunch or a monthly dinner.
Yep. We do too. Man, I got, my boys, we do, we try to do, well, it's been like every 2 months, but we're trying to do it every once monthly. We got the homie brunch.
Yeah. they go and they have brunch and they hang out. So again, it's therapeutic. It's therapeutic for both you and your partner.
Yeah.
Okay. And they said, be each other's wingman. Nudge your partner to go out and meet new people, gain new opportunities.
Yeah.
It's good to have your own, it's good to know that your partner is encouraging you to say, hey, go on, like Pierre does. Like he said in the beginning, he encouraged me a whole lot to go out and, make new friends and do things.
Yeah.
Besides being up under him.
Yep. So trust me, when I go, there's certain things that, me and my homies, when we have our little homie brunch, we all were.
You sound old when you say homie.
I whatever. I don't care, homie. I don't care.
That 80s word.
But, my homies. But we that lets you know we all around this age.
Yeah.
But we were all big geeks back in the day. We all collect comic books. We all went to watch sci-fi movies and all of these crazy things like that. So we get together and we start talking about that type of stuff because I'm not into the comic books collecting like I used to, but I still like to watch the Marvel movies and all these, even though they're horrible now. But I still like to watch a lot of the sci-fi movie and superhero movies and all that stuff. And a lot of that stuff, I just can't sit there and talk to her about it. She'll listen because she's sweet. She'll listen and she'll be like, that's nice, baby.
He needs to come get these 30 boxes of comic books out of our storage. And they're not little boxes. Hold about 100 of comic books?
250.
250. And we got about 20 boxes?
About 27.
Okay. Help. Anyway, go ahead.
I've been trying to get rid of them. They hard to get rid of them.
Not hard enough. He ain't been trying hard.
Whatever.
Go ahead.
But anyway, just it's stuff like that. The geeky type stuff like that. She ain't really interested in that stuff. So that's why me and my boys, we get together. We have our little geek talks. We have our little brunch and all that stuff. And then we go on. We spend a couple hours together and then we go on and do our thing.
Right, exactly.
So, and I'm sure she gets with her lady friends. They talk about all the stuff they talk about, because it's probably stuff that she talking to me about it. I'd be like, that's nice. that's nice, baby. Okay.
Another thing that we do, we sync our social schedules. We sync our calendars. We've been doing that, and it's really helpful. So if he has, if he's going out, then we sync our calendars, and it just gives us, it lets us know, instead of him saying, babe, do I have something to do? What are we doing? Or
Yeah. Or like what would normally happen is I'd be like, babe, I'm going to go do such and such. She'd be like, oh, I didn't know you were going to do that.
it's on the calendar. Like,
Yep.
then I have no excuse.
Yep.
So we sync our calendars, and that has been really helpful. So we know, okay, we want to plan this, and that. And, you know, we look at the calendar like, okay, no, you're doing something on that day,
Yeah.
but it allows us to see, you know, what each other is doing, where they're going to be. And it just makes things run so much smoother. So
Yeah.
that's another idea.
Mhm.
You know, syncing calendars. So, you know, you got a brunch date with your ladies.
Yep.
He knows
I
ahead
know.
of time.
Yep. Yes, I do.
And you also have to compromise. I know there's some folks who like the word compromise doesn't sit well with them,
Mhm.
but sometimes you've got to play it by ear. You've got to talk it out, maybe switch up your plans,
Mhm.
and or find a middle ground, find a common ground
Yeah.
where everyone gets, gets something out of it.
Yeah.
And time with friends and with each other. So it's all about the give and take.
Yeah.
So, you know, if he's going to do something, you know, if he has plans with his friends,
Mhm.
and then there's a conflict of interest, sometimes, you know, I'll just go, okay, no, we'll do that later. Go ahead and, you know, go with your friends, or we'll do the podcast another day. You know, it's
Yeah.
just about the give and take. It's about, you know, being able to be flexible
Yeah.
and realize that we want each other to still be able to have our outside time, to cultivate that relationship with our friends.
Yep.
Because that's important. You know,
Very important.
cultivating a relationship with your partner is just as important as cultivating with your friends.
Mhm.
Or you could say vice versa, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's important. It's important to keep those friends, because while your partner should be your first priority, you still need your friends. You still really need your friends.
Yep.
So, and then we've already talked about this, planning and scheduling a time apart. That's where the calendar comes in.
Yep.
And, you know, yeah, we kind of touched upon that already.
Yeah, we touched on that.
Okay.
Yep.
Your friends need to be your supportive tribe. And we talked about this in the beginning.
Yeah.
But you need friends who can provide that emotional support
Mm-hmm.
and can give you a different perspective on things. It don't even have to be a different perspective on the relationship. It can be something else that's going on in your life that doesn't have anything to do with your partner.
Yeah.
That they can offer you a different perspective, because we also have to realize that things that affect us personally affect the relationship.
Mhm.
And if your friends can say, hey girl, you know what, this isn't as bad as you think it is, let's sit down and talk about it.
Yeah.
Then you're more at peace and more at ease when you come home to deal with your partner.
Yeah. I mean, it might be things that you're going through that has nothing to do with the couple.
Right.
It could be lady issues, you know, it could be
Right.
man issues. It could be men things that I'm going on, you know, just dealing with, you
Right.
know, getting older, and I might need to talk to one of my older friends about some things that's going on with me.
Right.
You know, that's
Exactly.
where that friendship comes into play.
Exactly.
You know, could be stuff dealing with, you know, real estate, the house or stuff like that. Man, how do you deal with blah, blah, blah when the house is doing this, you know, when this is falling apart? How do I fix blah, blah, blah?
Right.
You know, I don't need to be asking her that.
Right.
So that's what I have friends for. You know.
And sometimes even, you know, you talk about talking to older men, it's also good to have friends who are older, who have experienced a little more life than you have.
Yeah.
That you can talk to, that you can, you know, bounce ideas off of. Because, you know, most of my friends are quite a bit younger than I am. The ladies that I hang out with, you know, once a month and go to brunch with. I'm the older one. So, you know, trying to find an older woman, because my mom used to be the one I would bounce ideas off of and talk to, because she was, you know, my friend. She's no longer here, but, you know, if you can find that older woman or older man that can give you, who has some sense and some knowledge and some wisdom, because, hey, life will give you a lot of knowledge and wisdom.
No.
You know, take advantage of that.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yes.
Your friends need to be an unbiased emotional support system. So
Mhm.
you want friends who hopefully can be non-judgmental, who can really, give you that comfort that you need,
Mhm.
but without all the judginess.
Yeah.
We don't need judgy friends. We just need you to sit down and listen. And I know it's hard for us as human beings. We're all going to judge on some level.
I judge.
Yes, he does.
I judge with my close friends and partners. I'd be like, I don't give a damn. I'm judging.
Yes, he does. So you don't necessarily want a partner like him. I'm just kidding. But but he gives good advice. He does give good advice. But you want to try and find those friends who are not going to be judgmental. They're going to give you sound advice if they're able.
Mhm.
And friends that can be honest. We don't want those.
Yeah.
We all have them friends that be like, "Yeah, that's great, girl," and they be like, "That's stupid shit."
Yeah.
You want friends who can be honest, and if they're being honest, and you ask them for their honesty,
Mhm.
then don't get mad when they give you their opinion or their honest feedback.
Because it might not be what you want to hear.
Yeah. You might get the unfiltered edition,
Yes.
and you can't be all up in your feelings if you've asked them. So,
yes.
yeah.
Like me, if you ask me.
So sometimes you give your opinion when they don't ask you. I'm working on that on him. Say if they don't ask you, don't give your opinion. Just sit there and go, okay.
Mhm. I know.
If they ask your opinion, like my mom used to do, she said, "Do you really want my opinion?" And I'd be like, "Yeah." Then and I couldn't get mad because I asked for her opinion, her honest opinion.
Yep. Yeah, her
So-
mom was cool with that.
Yeah, she was. She was. So, and expand your social circle. So friends introduce us to new social circles
Mhm.
that can broaden our horizons. It can provide opportunities for us to learn from a wide array of people.
Mhm.
And this can enrich our own viewpoints and this allows us to bring new ideas
Mhm.
and even new energy into our relationship. So
Yeah.
it's good your friends can introduce you. Again, you want to make sure that you're vetting whoever you hanging out with, especially if you're talking about people that you want to rely on to provide you feedback,
Yeah.
to be there to listen to you and not be trying to sabotage your relationship.
Yeah. Exactly.
So that's the number one. You got to really know who you are trying to bring into your inner circle.
Okay.
Okay. I think we talked about that one already.
Yeah, I think we did most of them.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, we did that. We
didn't do this one. So friends and couples dynamics. So friends can influence your relationship,
Mhm.
like we talked about. You need to set boundaries with your friends regarding your relationships.
Mhm.
And including your partner in your social activity when appropriate. So again, even though you might have your own circle of friends,
Mhm.
sometimes we'll hang out, both you and I'll hang out with your friends.
Yeah.
You've hung out with my friends.
Yep.
So there is a time and a place where we all get together as a group, as couples, and hang out with each other.
Yeah. That's
So
very healthy.
that is healthy because
Yeah.
then he's getting to know who my friends are and vice versa. Even though I already know who his friends are,
Yeah.
and he pretty much knows who mine are.
Mhm.
But you have to balance that. You have to be able to also set those boundaries with your friends about what's cool to share, like we talked about, and what's not.
Mhm.
If you're telling your friend something, you don't need that one friend that you're confiding in telling everybody. So
Yeah.
you got to know that friend is going to be respectful of what you guys talk about.
Yeah.
They're going to keep within those boundaries.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let's see, I think that's really about it.
Mhm.
And in the end, so this one last thing I want to say, in the end,
Mhm.
when you guys are, you guys are coming back and after you've hung out with your friends and or even if you're just hanging out by yourself,
Mhm.
it's good to share what your day was like with your partner.
Yeah.
Even if you guys have left, you guys like, I just need a break from you.
Mm-hmm.
But come back and share. Come back and, talk about what you did. Talk about what you explored,
Yeah.
something that you've learned, because at the end of the day, you still want to be able to share that with your partner.
Yeah.
Even if you guys were upset with each other, you want to come back and share and, just have a good open conversation about how that day went.
Exactly. Yeah. Every time, look, when you come back, I'm always, how was your day? How was
Sure does.
How was your day with your girls?
About a great bottle of wine, babe.
We had bottomless mimosas.
The folks gonna think that's all I do with though.
That is all you do.
Yeah, because next time it's gonna be sip and paint.
Sip and paint.
But I think that's when the guys are coming too.
Oh, we supposed to come on the sip and paint one?
But I know you're not gonna sip. You can sip some
I'm
lemonade,
gonna sip some water or some lemonade.
I'll make sure Tammy has maybe some raspberry iced tea for you.
Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna sip
virgin something.
A virgin mimosa.
A virgin mimosa. But yeah, it's good. We enjoy sharing those things. We enjoy talking about, what we talked about with our friends or what we learned, what we did. It's just good to come together and have that moment to rekindle and,
Yep. It's that sip and paint. Huh?
Sip and paint.
That's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Danny will be looking forward to seeing you again.
No, that should be fun.
That's going to be fun. Yeah. So you guys, that's it.
That's it.
So please remember to like, share, subscribe.
Yep.
Tell us, if you've experienced this, how you and your partner handle doing your own thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a group of friends that are just your ace boo coo, that was a whole word too. Huh?
That's the ace boo coon, ace boon coon.
Right. So, just give us some feedback. Let us know. We'd love to hear from you guys. Again, please remember to subscribe.
Yeah.
Like, hit that notification bell so you'll know when we put out new content.
Yep.
And I think that's it. That's about it. We're going to wrap it up.
We're going to wrap it up.
Breakfast time.
Breakfast time.
Breakfast time.
I'm hungry.
Yeah. I can see. You look like you're losing some energy. You look like he's losing some energy right now at the end. I know he's thinking about, okay, what am I going to my omelet or something? Huh?
Omelet, something, some oatmeal.
Oh, my God.
Look, and I know you going mimosa.
Anyway, y'all, thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you. See you next time.
See you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.